Ladies and gentlemen, our next match of the evening is for the vacant FCC Welterweight Championship to be fought over 3 5-minute rounds. So introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he enters the cage with a record of 2 victories, 2 defeats, representing AVT. Please welcome Badman. His opponent standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. He enters the cage with a perfect record, 4 victories, no defeats, representing Hammer. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bobby, the Body Snatcher Pallett. Our referee and third man in the ring in charge of the action, Mr. Neil Hall.
Referee Neil Hall, one of the best in the game, about to get this one underway. It's our co-main event of the evening here at FCC 23. Ben, the Badman Bennett, in the short white compression trunks, taking on the Body Snatcher, Bobby Pallett, in the long white trunks. Pallett in the yellow Cage Warriors gloves, Bennett in the white. This one is for the vacant FCC welterweight title.
Both very experienced and both very well-rounded, Brad.
Absolutely. You know, that belt has been vacated by Kenneth Richardson. He was the last title holder, so a lot for both of these guys to live up to. Bennett putting the pressure on early here, looking to get inside that long range of Bobby Pallett. Yeah,
Pallett's doing the right thing though with that crossface. He's using that crossface, pushing him away, but Pallett's normally the other way around here. He needs to create that space and then land them knees for the midsection. There we go, there's a lovely little knee for the midsection.
Pallett's an absolutely huge welterweight, and especially at this level, he's constantly the bigger man in the cage. So as you say, Jemmy, he's the guy who's used to exerting his will on people. So interesting tactics here from Ben Bennett, coming out to put it on Bobby Pallett and crush Pallett against the cage in the early offing.
Absolutely, you say that, but Ben Bennett is a fantastic wrestler, and he's a high-level purple belt under Danny Mitchell as well. So he's a very well-rounded young man himself. Putting that pressure on, and now there's the over-under turn. Lovely over-under turn there from Bobby Pallett. Pushed up against the cage, putting that pressure on now.
Let's see what Pallett can do with this dominant position.
The only thing is with Ben Bennett, you want him on his back. That's where we've seen Ben Bennett be his best. This could be a right idea for... he's let that go, though.
Oh, looking for the knee. Up the right-hand side there was Bobby Pallett. And they're competing right in front of us here at the commentary position. Pallett trying to make a frame against the face to create a little bit of space here. He eventually manages to turn his man onto the cage.
Yeah, the over-under turn there was perfect, but it's one of them where both guys are just looking for something in. There you go, so that's what I thought. Ben kind of came off the cage there, I think looking for something as a throw.
Yeah, looked to throw him over the hip there. Both guys getting stuck in the clinch.
Both guys coming off massive victories. One coming against Pallett coming against A.O. Daly.
Yeah, huge win against A.O. Daly of SBG.
And Ben Bennett coming off a flying triangle win off against Vahid Husapour. At the weight above as well, at middleweight that was.
And Vahid's no small middleweight either. That guy's competed at heavyweight before.
He has, yeah, you're right.
Oh, nice shot to the body there from Pallett. Head kick just a couple of inches short. And this is Pallett's wheelhouse. This is where he's most at home.
Yeah, Pallett doesn't want to put his back foot because this is where Ben Bennett will flourish, as you just seen then. But his defensive, his submission defense and wrestling defense from Pallett is so good. Let's see what Bennett can do against the cage.
Yeah, Bennett did a really good job there of just closing Pallett down and stopping him throwing those big, powerful strikes that he's so well known for. Again, Pallett looking to create a frame against the face, just to make a little bit of space, to make the elbows open to him, to make the knees open to him, and to give himself a chance to turn his back off the cage.
Yeah, it's a good framework that as well, and from that as well, he can put some elbows in against the cage. With his back on the cage, he can put some elbows in from the frame, but he's chose to go back to the sort of bicep control instead with the overhook on one side and the bicep control on the other. I'd like to see him go for that underhook on that right side so he can do the over-under turn against the cage again. There we go. That's exactly what I wanted from him. That's exactly what I was saying. That's what he needs to do there.
And already Bennett looking to put the butterfly in an attempt to perhaps tease Pallett into thinking he's going to pull guard.
Yeah, I think he may go for a flying triangle, looking at the way Bennett's setting up. When he went across that hip then, he was there. He's going for it, yeah, he's pulled guard instead, but the way he was setting up, he's very active off his back, is Bennett. He's pretty much everything I like to see in a fight, to be fair. The way someone tries to pressure him, he will go for a flying triangle or flying armbar.
Yeah, as you say, a very high level, not only grappler, but wrestler. Let's see if Bobby Pallett can get to work now with those big punches and elbows that we know he's capable of.
Looking to use that rubber guard there up at the top. He's let it go and go back to full guard, but very interesting round, Brad.
Yeah, that 5 minutes has absolutely flown by. Oh, big shots from Pallett here to end the round. And a bit of jaw jacking to boot.
Yeah, I mean, one hell of a round, you know. Pallett put the pressure on against the cage way better than Bennett did. Bennett went for a couple of sort of flying attempts at things and ended up in guard.
You know, body language isn't always the best way to judge what happened in a round, but if you look at the body language of Ben Bennett versus Bobby Pallett at the end of that first round, Pallett was screaming to his fans saying, "Who's the man?" Bennett immediately walked over to his corner, put his hands on the side of the cage.
Yeah, staying calm and composed, though, can be everything in this kind of fight, Brad. And I think, Brad, knowing Ben Bennett and the way he fights, he's very calm, very composed. But the issue they've got is, so is Bobby Pallett. Bobby Pallett, I've trained with Bobby. He's a fantastic fighter under the tutelage now of Sean Martin. And Conor Martin is well in the cage there, newly promoted purple belt.
Yeah, big Conor smashing it on the grappling.
6'4" young man there, 18-year-old. So one to watch
absolutely
in the future.
You know you're getting old when there's like 18-year-old children who can beat you up, don't you?
I wouldn't know, Brad. Carry on. Back to it. Good work here from Bobby again. Taking that centre, using that range that he's got. He's got a real range on people. Can you believe he fought at lightweight?
No, absolutely not. That's definitely not true.
Oh,
nice
lovely
body
shot
kick there from Bennett. And a nice combination from Bennett as he closes the distance. Ben Bennett not going to let Bobby Pallett have it all his own way at range.
Yeah, he's using that pressure against the cage. He's that right hip in, and he's put that leg across the hip of Pallett. He's looking for that flying triangle or flying armbar.
Yeah, and you heard Bobby Pallett's corner there saying, watch for the jump. They know he's trying to set that up, and already...
As soon as he goes across that hip there, you know what he's looking at now. You know he's looking at that. He's isolating that hand, and he's going to go for a triangle or an armbar.
Back away there. Nice head movement from Bennett to avoid the high kick from Pallett. Pallett really switching up his angles of attack here. Bennett firing back. Oh, big knee from Bennett and a body shot from Pallett. Pallett body snatching here. Oh, teep to the throat from Bobby Pallett. Oh, a big left hand.
Let's not forget, Bobby's just got his black belt in kickboxing as well, very recent. This is where, you know, Ben wants the fight on the ground. Looking to use that rubber guard.
Ben Bennett clearly no stranger to working off his back and more than happy to do so. He's tried multiple times to get the fight here, so you've got to believe he's more than happy to take the position. In these 5-minute rounds, he's got plenty of time to work, Jamie.
Yeah, he has. He's going to put some pressure on now. From the top, there's not much that Bobby really needs to do from here, because if he can nullify the hips and keep quite square to Bennett, there's not much issue. But when Bennett starts to go out towards the hip there, like he has done, throwing that hand over, that arm over, sorry, and the leg over as well, he's looking for that armbar. or some kind of triangle at this point.
Pallett trying to find some space here, launches an elbow on the left-hand side. He's got to be careful of the up kick here. What's Pallett going to do? Is he going to step away and let Bennett get back to his feet? He's going to punish him first.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good idea from Pallett. He's got to watch his own legs being caught there.
And let's see how long Neil Hall gives him to work this position.
The only time I've seen Pallett be stopped at amateur was on his feet. So standing, on the ground, he's very, very competent. Very competent.
And I believe Pallett accidentally, I want to call it a toe poke to the gooch. I don't know if that's a technical term
I think
or not.
it might be.
Yeah. The taint. Bennett working off his back here. Apparently they call it the grundle in America sometimes, which I love. That's a word I love.
Good, yeah, good stand up there by referee Neil Hall.
And Bennett immediately popping that left hand. Pallett giving him something to think about with the high kick. Corner of Bobby Pallett calling for the left body kick. He's going down there with his hands, looking to perhaps set that kick up. There's the body kick that they asked for. And again with a nice teep to the body.
Good work from Bobby Pallett here, pushing Ben Bennett back. He can feel them leg kicks now.
Yeah, the back of both legs is reddening up for Ben Bennett. And Pallett seems to have him slightly on the back foot here. The momentum, certainly with the hammer fighter. Pallett forcing the takedown, charging into the cage against this man. Big shots from Pallett. Bennett firing back from the cage. Another nice body kick. Pallett picking up the pace here.
Yeah, he smells blood, Brad.
Bennett pulling guard though. Good cage awareness, good fight awareness from Bennett there.
Yeah, another guard pull, which towards the end of the round, for, without going for a submission, it just seems very pointless for me.
He could have been in a position there where another couple of combos from Bobby Pallett might have had the referee stepping in. So maybe it was a case of discretion being the better part of valor in that case, and he just didn't want to take another big combination up against the cage. It really looked like Bobby Pallett was warming up for a finish there.
Yeah, I think this is the first time we've seen two corners which are all family. So you've got on one side you've got the Mullins, and the other side you've got the Sean Hammer Martins. Good work though from Bobby Pallett so far.
Yeah, Ben Bennett's been in this fight every step of the way, but if you want to talk about momentum, that's certainly on the side of Bobby Pallett right now.
Oh, he's 2 up in this fight, and I think that's how I'm looking at it. The young Welshman I think he's 4-0 now in his career, and he's looking to go that 5-0. And Ben Bennett, he's got a real uphill struggle here.
Yeah, he's 2 up, but more tellingly, the pace he set at the end of that second round was phenomenal. He looked like he could have been on for a finish there. So let's see if he can carry that over into the third and final frame. Touch of gloves. Ben Bennett, Bobby Pallett here in our co-main event. Brad Wharton and Jamie Hay privileged to call the action from cage side at the University of Bolton Arena. And Pallett smiling at his opponent there, looking like he's having a great time.
Yeah, he's putting some pressure on himself now, Pallett, though, just throwing them kicks out, whenever he wants to, making sure Bennett knows that he's there. Oh, lovely body shot again. That body switch he's been doing, he's been beautiful all day, Brad. Oh, lovely.
Nice head kick from Bobby Pallett. Again, looking to pin his man against the cage here, as he did at the end of the second round. Nice jab from Pallett.
Oh, that leg starting to give way, Brad.
Bennett firing back though. Pallett's going to have to earn this one.
If he takes one more kick on that left leg, he'll switch stances. You watch what happens now. Good
nice
shot.
Body shot on the left jab. A right jab rather from Bobby Pallett. Pallett really picking his shots well here. Oh, nice body shot. Pallett's dropped him. Pallett looking for the finish here. Swarming his man with big punches.
Got to be careful jumping in on someone with such a good guard, though. His corner shouting to take the time there, Brad.
Pallett steps away, goes back to kick the legs, but surely he's going to step back here.
I'm not sure he can get up with this. He's going to really struggle.
Bennett stands up, they touch gloves, and immediately Pallett body snatching.
He needs to work that body.
Big kicks. What heart from Bennett here. Pallett looking to rip shots to the body.
Pallett's doing a great job of working that body. Throws that elbow. He needs to keep working that body.
Oh, Bennett's in a bad way here. Neil Hall's taking a very close look at this.
He needs the end of this round as quick as possible.
Pallett ripping shots to the body. Neil Hall's taking a very close look at this one. Pallett looking for the finish.
Gotta watch that leg lock. Gotta watch that leg. He's gonna watch that leg. That's what they're asking for now. They want that heel hook.
Oh, what incredible heart from Ben, the Badman Bennett here. Still attacking that leg.
But what incredible grace we've seen from start to finish from Bobby Pallett. He's been amazing today.
And again, Pallett's going to require his man to stand up. Oh, incredible heart here from Bennett. Pallett swinging for the fences. Oh, big left hand from Pallett. Bennett incredibly staying on his feet. Pallett with huge shots. Bennett again drops to the mat. Can Bobby Pallett get the finish here?
Oh, that's it.
Neil Hall calls it. And you know, after about 7 or 8 times that he was dropped in that round, the body just said no for Ben Bennett, and you can't fault him after that hellacious onslaught from Bobby Pallett.
Yeah, I mean, he got absolutely pressure from start to finish. The amount of body shots he took. What we noticed from start to finish there was Bobby Pallett was dropping that left hand into the body constantly. Constant from the first round right through to the last. Once he got him down to the ground, it was just, near the end of the round there, he had nothing. He had absolutely nothing to give. Great stoppage from Neil Hall.
Yeah, that's a great stoppage for my money. You know, there's no point letting a guy take damage that he doesn't want, doesn't need. I think the victor of that fight had been decided by that point. But hey, what about the heart of Ben Bennett?
Oh,
you know, that's a guy we can't wait to see back in here.
It was amazing.
And even more so, Bobby Pallett. This guy is going to do some incredible damage in the welterweight division. He takes home the FCC welterweight title.
Probably fight of the night as well for me as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd look at that as fight of the night. The way that them two, you know, they put it on the line, they both went at each other, and you know, Bobby was far superior from start to finish, but it was a great fight to watch.
Yeah, great fight, great performance from both men. We will throw it to our MC inside the cage, Mr. Jonathan Millard, and he will make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, at a time of 3 minutes, 16 seconds of the third round, your winner by TKO and new FCC welterweight champion, Bobby the Body Snatcher Pallett.
Guys, where?